Have you heard of World Liberty Financial? It's probably not. But it's a company that's making waves and potentially billions for the Trump family. In just 1 year, Donald Trump's wealth has skyrocketed, largely due to cryptocurrency. Trump family is diving deep into the crypto world, leveraging the presidency in ways that raise eyebrows. Investigative reporters have uncovered a web of questionable business partners, foreign investments, and unprecedented access to power. The most powerful man in the world is reshaping an industry his family is heavily invested in, and yet outside crypto circles, few seem to notice. How did this happen? Let's dive in. Back in 2019, Donald Trump called Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies not money and a scam on X, warning they could fuel illegal activity.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam.
Fast forward to 2024, and he's singing a different tune. At a Bitcoin conference in Nashville, he declared, "The United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world."
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
What changed? Let's rewind. When Joe Biden took office in 2020, his administration cracked down on crypto. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), led by Gary Gensler, targeted crypto companies, arguing most cryptocurrencies are securities like stocks and need strict regulation. The SEC issued billions in fines, hitting firms like Terraform Labs, which lost $40 billion in a 2022 collapse. Crypto companies pushed back, claiming the rules didn't fit their industry. Meanwhile, over 50 million Americans owned crypto, and millions joined advocacy groups, making it a hot political issue. Enter the 2024 presidential race. Trump saw an opportunity. With crypto enthusiasts frustrated by Biden's policies, Trump flipped his stance, promising to end the anti-crypto crusade on day one. "I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman," he vowed.
I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
Crypto companies donated heavily to his campaign, with nearly $18 million going to his inaugural committee alone. But behind the scenes, something bigger was brewing. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, key players in the family business, saw crypto as more than a political move. It was a gold mine. They launched two major ventures, a meme coin called $Trump and a crypto platform, World Liberty Financial. Both have been wildly successful, but not without controversy. Let's start with the $Trump meme coin, launched just before Trump's 2025 inauguration. Meme coins are speculative digital assets, often tied to hype. The launch was a hit, millions bought in, and at its peak, the coin's market cap hit nearly $6 billion. The Trump family's businesses controlled 80% of the coins, potentially worth billions. But the bubble burst quickly, leaving many investors with losses, while the Trumps pocketed millions in transaction fees, estimated at $320 million, by Chainalysis. Then came an eyebrow-raising move. In April 2025, Trump announced that the top $220 Trump coin holders would get a private dinner with him, with the top 25 scoring an exclusive White House reception and VIP tour. Investors, including crypto mogul Justin's son, who reportedly spent $16 million, shelled out $148 million for a chance at access. Ethics experts cried foul, calling it a blatant sale of influence. The White House insisted Trump was following all conflict of interest laws, but the optics were damning.
The president is abiding by all conflict of interest laws that are applicable. The American public believe it's absurd for anyone to insinuate that this president is profiting off of the presidency.
Now let's talk about World Liberty Financial, the Trump family's crypto crown jewel. Launched in September 2024, it's pitched as a crypto bank for lending and borrowing digital currencies. Run by Donald Jr., Eric, and Barron Trump. It's backed by dTrumpmakebillionswithcrypto DeFi LLC, a Trump family entity that owns 40% of the company. The Trumps are entitled to 75% of the revenue from its token sales after a $30 million threshold. The company sells WLFI tokens, which grant voting rights but aren't yet tradable. By March 2025, World Liberty raised over $550 million. With the Trump family potentially netting over $300 million, investors include anonymous wallets from places like Singapore and the UAE, and people like Justin's son, who invested $75 million amid a fraud lawsuit filed against him by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. After Trump's inauguration, the lawsuit was temporarily halted, a move critics called suspicious. The founders of World Liberty raise more questions. Alongside the Trumps are Zach Witkoff, son of Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff, and entrepreneurs Chase Harrow and Zach Folkman. Harrow and Folkman have colorful pasts, from selling GetRichQuick schemes to running a site called Date Hotter Girls. The New York Times reported their ventures left a trail of lawsuits and unpaid debts. Yet, they're now running a crypto empire with the president's family. World Liberty's deals get murkier. The Times uncovered asymmetrical currency swaps, where World Liberty allegedly buys smaller amounts of other companies' coins in exchange for larger purchases of WLFI, netting a premium. Some crypto firms rejected these deals, calling them dishonest, but others, like Athena Labs, signed on. One of Athena's investors, pardoned by Trump in 2025, had previously pleaded guilty to violating the Bank Secrecy Act. Then there's a $2 billion deal with MGX, an Abu Dhabi state-backed fund, to deposit funds into Binance via World Liberty's stablecoin, USD1. Critics argue this deal directly enriches the Trumps while tying them to foreign governments, raising conflict of interest alarms. The Trump family's crypto push doesn't stop there. Their company, American Bitcoin, launched with Hut 8, focuses on Bitcoin mining. While Trump media raised $2.5 billion to buy Bitcoin, betting big on the crypto Trump once called a scam, his administration's policies like pausing SEC probes and proposing a Bitcoin reserve have boosted crypto prices, directly benefiting his family's ventures. So, what's the big picture? Forbes estimates crypto now accounts for 60% of Trump's wealth, doubling his fortune in a year. The New York Times calls this an unprecedented blurring of private business and public policy, with foreign investors and questionable partners gaining influence. Is this just savvy business, or something more troubling? The Trump family insists there's no wrongdoing, but the questions keep piling up. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.